Manchester United is going through big changes, and fans are excited. The club has appointed Ruben Amorim as the new manager, a move that promises fresh ideas and a new style. Known for his 3-4-3 formation, Amorim's approach might reshape United's play and give some players a chance to shine again. Will Harry Maguire come back? Under the previous manager, Erik ten Hag, defender Harry Maguire struggled to secure his place in the team. Ten Hag often looked for new defensive options, sidelining Maguire. However, Sam Allardyce recently commented on his No Tippy-Tappy Football podcast that Amorim's system could help Maguire. He pointed out that a back three setup might cover Maguire's lack of pace and allow him to use his skills in a way that suits him better. Fans remember Maguire's great performances for England in a similar role, which makes this change even more exciting. However, Van Nistelrooy is known for his strong work ethic and dedication. As a coach, he combines intensity with support, challenging his players while also being approachable. His experience as a top striker and his commitment to excellence have already made a positive impact on the team, as seen in a recent win against Leicester City and draw with Chelsea at Old Trafford. The weeks ahead will be crucial for Manchester United. As the team adjusts to new leadership and potential lineup changes, fans are hopeful that these moves will steer the club back to success. The anticipation of seeing how Amorim and Van Nistelrooy's decisions play out adds excitement to what could be a pivotal time at Old Trafford. Meanwhile, Ruben Amorim admits Manchester United cannot play like Sporting after Man City. Thrashing Ruben Amorim played down the impact of Sporting's stunning Champions League win over Manchester City in relation to his imminent move to Manchester United. The 39-year-old will officially take over as Manchester United's head coach on Monday, November 11th, but does not believe Tuesday's 4-1 victory over Pep Guardiola's side in Lisbon will be relevant. Speaking after the game in Lisbon, he said, "What I can tell you is that this doesn't mean anything in particular. Don't take anything from this. We cannot transport one reality to another. Manchester United cannot play the way we play, and we will have to adapt." Amorim has almost exclusively played with a back three while with Sporting, while United have mostly played with four defenders in the 3 years since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's departure. However, the Portuguese coach is looking forward to getting started with his new club, claiming, "It will be fun, very fun, and I'm ready for the challenge." Amorim's final game in charge of Sporting takes place on Sunday when he faces the side he previously coached, Braga, while his first game in charge of United comes on November 24th at Portman Road against Ipswich. In other news, Manchester United fans have a new reason to be excited. Ruben Amorim has officially been named as the new manager of Manchester United. Right after taking on this role, he confirmed his loyalty to the club, making it clear that Manchester United was always his first choice. His comments left no doubt about his commitment, as he shared, "Links with Manchester City? My club is Manchester United. It's been my clear choice." He continued with even more passion, saying, "I wanted to sign for Manchester United. It's the club I want." Amorim's statement is not just about words. It's a declaration of his dedication and passion for Manchester United. By openly rejecting any links to Manchester City, he shows that his focus is entirely on United. His words are already winning over fans who want a manager deeply committed to restoring Manchester United's pride and success. Amorim, known for his impressive work with Sporting Lisbon, has quickly made a name for himself in European football. He brings a style of play that's focused on attacking football, nurturing young players, and building strong United teams. These qualities fit perfectly with Manchester United's tradition of developing young talent and exciting play on the field. During his time at Sporting, Amorim helped shape several promising players into stars and led his team to success in the Portuguese league. His achievements caught the attention of many big clubs, including Manchester United, who wanted a manager that could help bring the club back to its winning ways. With Amorim at the helm, fans can expect a renewed focus on youth development and an energetic style of play. His clear preference for Manchester United over other clubs is a good sign, showing that he is fully invested in the team's future. His words are already creating a sense of unity among supporters who are excited to see how his vision will shape the club. Now that Amorim is in charge, Manchester United is entering a new era with a manager who truly believes in the club's potential. His decision to join United over other options highlights the club's global appeal and shows that top managers still see it as a destination with great possibilities. In his first few months, Amorim is expected to bring in fresh ideas and work closely with the current squad to bring out their best. While success won't happen overnight, Amorim's commitment to the club and his clear enthusiasm could set the foundation for a brighter future. Ruben Amorim's first words as Manchester United's new manager are a powerful reminder of the club's pull and its ability to attract passionate, talented leaders. By declaring United as his club, Amorim has shown his readiness to take on the challenge and bring success back to Old Trafford. United fans will be eagerly watching as he begins his journey, hoping his leadership will bring the club back to its winning ways. On the other side, Manchester United players want Ruud van Nistelrooy to remain at the club when Ruben Amorim takes charge as their connector, appreciating the way he has communicated with them. Sky Sports News can reveal there is a swell of support to keep the 48-year-old at Carrington in some capacity after his period as interim manager ends. Van Nistelrooy is esteemed by United's leadership group for the way he carries himself, along with all the staff that serve first-team operations. No concrete decisions have been taken on the makeup of Amorim's backroom team yet, but the incoming head coach does want to bring in 5 of his colleagues from Sporting, including his longtime assistants Carlos Fernandes and Adelio Candido, as well as the experienced Emmanuel Ferro, who operates in that role. If they are to join, it is hard to see how Van Nistelrooy, who has an assistant manager contract, can still fill that position. Beyond Van Nistelrooy, there is also a strong desire for Darren Fletcher, currently first-team coach, to remain under Amorim. He has been a great link between the academy and senior side, having taken that same journey as a United player, making over 300 appearances and winning 13 trophies in 20 years. One source said, "The work Fletcher does may not be the spotlight, but it has been important." Sky Sports pundit Jamie Carragher has warned Amorim that he should not listen to the players when deciding if Van Nistelrooy should be kept on. "I don't think the players should have any say in anything like that, certainly with the performances they've given in the last few years. If it was a highly successful team and you had huge respect for the players within the dressing room and you valued their opinion, that might be something you take into consideration. You don't let players start calling the shots, and certainly not players at Manchester United." Asked for his own thoughts on Van Nistelrooy staying, Carragher added, "I don't think there's a yes or no to that. I'm sure he's got his team that he'll bring over from Sporting. If he feels he needs a connection, someone who knows Manchester United, someone who knows the squad who's been there for the last few weeks, he may actually say, 'Can you actually stay with me till the end of the season? Give me a background of how this club works, what it was like in the past, what it would have been like this season under Erik ten Hag. What are the players like? How did he train?' So I think it would be a clever move to keep him for now. I don't think he necessarily has to keep Ruud van Nistelrooy for the long term, but I think the clever play would possibly be to keep him till the end of the season." Meanwhile, Manchester United midfielder Mason Mount has returned to full training. Mount will not be rushed back, but his appearance on the grass with the group on Monday was a welcome sight, as he looked fresh and positive. After working hard on his rehabilitation during the recovery period, the 25-year-old is striving to be available again soon. There is an international break on the horizon after the upcoming home games against PAOK in the Europa League on Thursday and Sunday's Premier League clash with Leicester City. Ruud van Nistelrooy is remaining in interim charge for these 2 matches before new head coach Ruben Amorim arrives at Old Trafford to prepare for his opening fixture away to Ipswich Town on 24th November. Tyrell Malaysia was another recent absentee who took part in the session and looked in high spirits. The Netherlands fullback is continuing his own return to fitness. In other news, former Manchester United striker Dimitar Berbatov has labeled Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee embarrassing after their barren goal-scoring start to the season. Højlund has blown hot and cold since his arrival from Atalanta last season, but has scored just 2 goals in 10 games since returning from injury in late September. Zirkzee, meanwhile, scored on his debut against Fulham, but has since failed to hit the back of the net in what has proved an underwhelming start to life at Old Trafford. United United have scored just 9 goals in 10 Premier League games so far, one of several reasons why the club's senior hierarchy moved to dismiss the embattled Erik ten Hag. The Dutchman's successor, Ruben Amorim, will hope to spark some life into United's attacking fortunes when he arrives in the November international break. However, Berbatov wouldn't be surprised if Sporting Lisbon's Victor Gyökeres joins his soon-to-be former boss at Old Trafford to improve upon United's current attacking options. This guy, Victor Gyökeres, he is scoring goals for run right now, he told Sky Sports. So I think there is a special connection with the coach, so maybe we probably are going to see him in a United shirt. Asked if he would welcome the signing, Berbatov replied, "From what he is showing right now, I think yes. Our strikers at the moment are not producing and scoring goals. We're 18th in the league for goals scored so far this season, which is embarrassing for a stature of club like United. So this is a position that I would like to see improvement." Gyokeres, however, who has a staggering 16 goals in just 10 league games so far this season, recently distanced himself from suggestions that an imminent move to Manchester was on the cards. Going with Amorim to Manchester United? I don't know, Gyokeres replied following his 4-goal haul against Estrela on Thursday. I'm here. As you can see, I enjoy it at Sporting. It's nothing I really think about. I'm sad about Amorim leaving. We wish him all the best. Meanwhile, Manchester United's new manager, Ruben Amorim, recently shared his thoughts on Sporting CP's upcoming showdown against Manchester City. The young Portuguese coach, who currently manages Sporting CP, spoke candidly about the expectations surrounding him. When asked about facing the English giants, Amorim remarked, "If the result is negative, the expectations about me will drop, but if we win, they will think the new Sir Alex Ferguson has arrived." Amorim's statement shows his grounded approach, as he's aware of how quickly perceptions can change. With his move to Manchester United in the spotlight, all eyes will be on his performance against City. A win could boost his reputation immensely, while a loss may quieten some of the hype. For United fans, this honesty might be refreshing and shows a manager who understands the pressures of high expectations. Ruben Amorim will look to make his mark in English football soon, but for now, he's focused on his current team's big task. In other news, Ruud van Nistelrooy is hoping Manchester United can welcome some injured players back for his final 2 games as interim head coach. The Reds host PAOK in the Europa League on Thursday, before Leicester come back to Old Trafford next Sunday, in a repeat of Ruud's first match as temporary boss. The 5-2 Carabao Cup victory over the Foxes. Christian Eriksen was missing for that outing, and his absence continued on Sunday, as the Dane was one of 8 first-team players sidelined. Ruud named 4 teenagers on his substitutes bench for Chelsea's visit, and Jack Fletcher and Jace Fitzgerald, both 17 and with no senior minutes to their names, were the only options in the middle of the park. Victor Lindelof, usually a centre-back and occasionally deployed on the flanks of the defense, replaced Manuel Ugarte for the final 10 minutes to play a sitting midfield role. "No, we were thin," the Dutchman agreed in his Man U TV interview with Liam Bradford. "We had some young lads on the bench who are very talented and will be very important for the future. As you say, we are thin, especially in midfield. We had no midfielders on the bench, but we hope we can bring some back for the coming week so we can have more options from the bench." Kobbie Mainoo and Mason Mount haven't featured since the last international break, while Antony picked up an injury in Istanbul last month. A further update on our injured players could be provided when Ruud faces the media on Wednesday. For now, our legendary former striker is content with how the Reds have reacted to a challenging week. "It's been an emotional roller coaster," Ruud added. "Monday to today has almost been a full week where so many things happened, and my task was to steady the ship and to get results coming. I think the players reacted good on Wednesday and today, and it's something to build on for the next 2 games." Meanwhile, Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes recently expressed his thoughts on the club's potential new head coach, Ruben Amorim. Speaking to the press, Fernandes, who previously played for Sporting CP, shared his admiration for Amorim's style and approach to the game. Bruno, a proud supporter of Sporting CP, stated, "I watch all Sporting games. They are my team there, so I know how they play." He made it clear that he keeps a close eye on his former club, showing that his connection to Sporting CP remains strong even as he leads Manchester United. Bruno continued by explaining the challenges that any manager faces when joining a new club. "You never know what a manager is going to do, because we have different players," he said. This suggests that while Amorim has proven his skills with Sporting, adapting his style to fit United's squad might be a unique challenge. Bruno acknowledged that every team has its own identity, and even a successful coach like Amorim would need time to adjust and work with different talents. Fernandes's remarks have added excitement to the possibility of Amorim joining Manchester United. Amorim has been widely praised for his success in the Portuguese league, especially for his ability to develop young players and his innovative tactics. At Sporting, he has been credited with modernizing the team and bringing a fresh approach, qualities that could benefit United as they look for stability and progress. Manchester United fans will surely be keeping an eye on this development, hoping that if Amorim arrives, he can bring his tactical insight and winning mentality to Old Trafford. As Bruno's comments reflect, it's an exciting yet uncertain time, but with the right guidance, United has the potential to thrive under new leadership. Roy Keane has warned incoming head coach Ruben Amorim that Manchester United are average at everything following their drab 1-1 draw with Chelsea. United's new manager bounce fell flat in a stale 1-1 draw with Chelsea at Old Trafford that confirmed their worst start to a Premier League season. Ruud van Nistelrooy, United's interim boss until Amorim arrives on November 11th, was unable to help spark the team into form as they played out a dismal draw with the West Londoners. "He should have signed a longer contract," said Keane when asked about Amorim's appointment. "There is a long way back for this team. This is an average Manchester United team. All the stats back that up. They are hit and miss. You never know which team will turn up. Not good. Boring seems a bit strong, but they lack conviction. It's really disappointing. It's so flat. This team is way off it, getting back in the top 4. You look at certain individuals and they think they're better than they are. United are average at everything. There is nothing special about them. It was very quiet at Old Trafford. I was glad when the referee blew the final whistle." Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes revealed that he has apologized to former boss Erik ten Hag after his sacking last week. He told Sky Sports, "We know that Erik ten Hag has gone. It is not good for anyone at the club when the manager goes. The team is not the best. The results are not the best, and he is the one who pays for it. Whenever you see a manager go, you have to take some of the blame on yourself. It is because the team is not doing so well. It is easier to get rid of a manager than 15 players. I spoke to the manager, Ten Hag, and apologized to him. I was disappointed he is gone, and I tried to help him. I wasn't scoring goals. We are not scoring goals, and I feel responsible." But Keane had little sympathy for Fernandes and criticized his leadership. "I wouldn't have much time for players saying they let you down. It's too little, too late," he said. "You are judged on what you do on the football pitch, and Bruno hasn't been doing enough in a lot of the games, not showing leadership. It will be interesting to hear what Ten Hag says about it. Players don't really care when a manager goes. They are just concentrating on the next one coming in. They are looking after themselves. Players can be selfish. I don't think Bruno has done enough in the last few years as captain of Manchester United to help the manager out. Far from it. The proof is there with all the results. It's not just Bruno, but I don't think he's shown enough leadership skills. He shouldn't be too proud of himself about what has happened in the last week. The players have let the manager down." On the other side, after a hard-fought 1-1 draw with Chelsea at Old Trafford, Manchester United players returned to Carrington for training, focusing on their next Europa League match against PAOK. This game is important as United looks to advance in the competition, and the team is preparing under the guidance of interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy. Under the watchful eye of Van Nistelrooy, both senior and younger players worked hard in different training sessions. The manager emphasized teamwork, discipline, and focus, knowing that PAOK will be a challenging opponent. The training sessions focused on areas that needed improvement after the Chelsea game, particularly in attacking and defensive strategies. In today's training players, focused on 4 key areas, which are defensive drills. To address the goals conceded in recent games, the defenders concentrated on positioning, quick decision-making, and handling pressure from attackers. This will be crucial to prevent PAOK from getting easy chances. Another area focused is midfield control. Midfield players focused on maintaining possession and controlling the game's tempo. Quick passing exercises and drills to improve awareness were key, helping the team connect better and move the ball forward efficiently. Another key area focused is attacking practice. The forwards spent time on finishing, working on both long-range shots and close-range accuracy. Van Nistelrooy's expertise as a former striker was evident here, as he guided players on movement and timing to capitalize on scoring chances. Another position is set-piece practice. Both offensive and defensive set pieces were practiced intensely. This included corners, free kicks, and penalty situations, which could be decisive in the upcoming match. Last one is physical conditioning. With several games coming up, maintaining peak fitness is essential. Players went through fitness routines aimed at boosting stamina, speed, and strength to stay competitive throughout the game. Meanwhile, the younger players were also heavily involved in the sessions, taking part in drills alongside the more experienced members. Van Nistelrooy made it clear that everyone would need to step up, and the younger talents showed great energy and willingness to learn. However, Van Nistelrooy has brought a sense of unity and motivation to the squad, emphasizing that every player, no matter their age or experience, has a role to play. The team spirit is high, and the players seem determined to give their best at Old Trafford against PAOK. As the team prepares for this crucial Europa League match, fans can expect a focused, energetic, and well-prepared squad. With strong performances in training, Manchester United will look to deliver a positive result and make their fans proud in the European competition. On the other side, following Manchester United's 1-1 draw with Chelsea at Old Trafford, former United star and interim manager Ruben van Nistelrooy sat down to discuss the team's performance. His perspective, shaped by years of experience in both playing and coaching, offered insight into United's strengths and areas where they could improve following this challenging match. For fans, this game was an emotional roller coaster, beginning with the excitement of lead, only to see Chelsea pull level, ending in a balanced but intense battle. Here's a closer look at what the match meant, as well as Van Nistelrooy's reflections on the team's performance. United came out strong, setting a fast pace from the start and finding an early goal after they come back from the break of first half that electrified the crowd. Their quick lead demonstrated not only preparation, but a willingness to set the tone for the game. However, Chelsea, known for their resilience, quickly regrouped and found an equalizer, bringing the score to 1-1. From there, the game became a test of endurance, skill, and focus for both teams. In his interview, Van Nistelrooy reflected on United's sharp start, praising the energy and intent the team showed. Getting an early lead in big matches like this is crucial, he remarked, emphasizing how the opening goal helped United assert themselves and engage the fans. However, he also acknowledged the importance of maintaining that intensity throughout the game, especially against a team like Chelsea, who have a knack for capitalizing on any dip in performance. After Chelsea equalized, the match shifted to a midfield battle, with both teams trying to control possession and slow the other's advances. United's defense played a crucial role in keeping Chelsea at bay, blocking multiple attempts to break through. Van Nistelrooy praised the defensive efforts, noting that every player worked hard to support the back line. Chelsea's midfield put United's defenders under constant pressure, making it a physical and mentally demanding game. Van Nistelrooy commented on the importance of keeping a tight defensive line, especially in the face of Chelsea's skilled attackers. He highlighted that United's defense remained calm under pressure, which he considered a sign of maturity within the squad. This aspect of the game, he added, was encouraging for United as they continue to refine their tactics and build resilience.